Changing gears now, and summer has finally arrived. It is December the 1st, so it's time to dust off your barbecue. But if you're just going to throw on some sausages, our next guest wants to inspire you to aim just a little higher.
Our resident foodie, Dani Valent, I beg your pardon, Dani. She joins us now. Now, look, we barbecue a lot in my house.
Okay.
We are very carnivorous. Are we doing it wrong?
You're not doing it wrong, but maybe I could encourage you to expand your horizons a little bit and maybe have one hero piece of meat, but build up that meal with lots of vegetables, even vegetables on the grill itself.
Okay.
Vegetables, okay. Now, there's vegetables, which is fine. We're talking onions and what?
Onion, corn,
asparagus,
mushrooms,
all of that.
asparagus, that's probably, reasonably normal.
There's vegetables and there's fruits.
Fruit on the barbecue as well, so grilled peaches, for example.
Really?
Yes, in fact, I had that last night. So grilled peaches with a little bit of French toast on the barbecue with a dollop of yogurt, absolutely delicious. Now, I know you're sceptical about watermelon on the barbecue, Michael.
Just slightly.
Yes, well, there's some. So you get those beautiful grill marks, just the caramelisation brings out the sugar in the fruit a little bit, maybe a crumble of feta, some mint, and absolutely delicious.
Okay.
Wouldn't that make it taste a bit sort of weird, kind of?
That's a very technical term.
Excuse my lack of word power this morning, but that sort of weird combination between like slightly hot on the outside and cold on the inside, and it's just so watery watermelon, and it's something like a
the
tepid
wateriness.
cup of tea.
Yeah, so you're not making it sound great, but I think a little, like a nice hot flash on the grill where we get a little bit of caramelisation, just a little taste of, perhaps a little bit of charcoal, and then it's actually cold really all the way through. You've just got a little bit of an interesting texture and taste on the outside of that fruit. But I've actually been getting a lot of love for the concept of grilled lettuce in my research for this topic.
And that is extremely controversial.
Yeah, so grilled cos was a bit of a thing, making a bit of a Caesar salad into a barbecue dish. So that's a bit of a thing in the 80s and 90s. But I think actually I would encourage you to give that a go on your barbecue this summer. Grill, I'm just worried about this stunt banana, Michael.
Not a stunt banana, it's a real banana.
So we don't want to use an iceberg, not an incredibly watery lettuce, but perhaps more of a leafy lettuce like a cos or a treviso, something that is a little bit more of a vegetable. And we just cut that into wedges, give it a nice quick grill, get those grill marks on it, and then dress it. Maybe a little bit of a blue cheese dressing or just a simple squeeze of lemon. Maybe, prosciutto, tear a bit of prosciutto over it.
That's pretty good, actually.
So,
yeah.
I'd go for that. Now, so something that's really divided office opinion here this morning, bananas. Now, apologies for this. This is the biggest banana I've ever seen. And
the brownest.
Bit on the overripe side, but very strong views either side as to barbecuing bananas.
You know what? Grilled banana is actually delicious. And you can also barbecue banana inside the skin. You can actually put a little bit of chocolate.
Oh, yes, that's what
so
I do.
peel it,
Yeah.
bit of chocolate.
Yeah, you put it down the middle
Close it
and
back up
stick it in.
again. And, some vanilla ice cream over the top, maybe a bit of maple syrup. Now,
On the barbecue, won't it explode though if you put...
no, it won't explode.
Okay.
Should there be a disclaimer like, do not try this at home? I do not vouch.
See, look, ripe on the outside. Oh.
I wouldn't use...
I think that's only suitable for cremation, actually, that banana.
I think, or a smoothie, perhaps. So that is not the banana that I would be starting with your banana barbecuing experiments, Michael. But
listen, barbecuing is not just about the grill, as we think about it. There's plenty of other things that sort of come under the barbecue banner, aren't there?
Absolutely.
Taking some inspiration from the US in particular.
yeah, so if we talk about barbecue in the southern states of the US, it's actually a completely different process. So it's low, slow and smoky cooking. So it's really, something's on the barbecue perhaps all day or overnight. So or you get the pulled pork or these, beautiful, soft textures in our meat. So it's quite a different thing to standing around the barbecue and incinerating meat.
It's one thing to barbecue, but it's also important to keep your barbecue in top shape. You've got some tips, Dani, on how to get the best out of your barbecue.
Yes,
I'll show you some now.
At my house, when we open the barbecue for the first time, as it gets warmer, there might be a few creatures scuttling away. It doesn't look as good. Maybe someone, don't want to put my husband in trouble, but perhaps someone forgot to clean it last time.
Yep.
So when you're cleaning your barbecue, clean it hot.
Yes.
So much less elbow grease involved if you're cleaning your barbecue when it's hot. And if you forget to clean it after the last cook, warm it up and clean it before the next cook. Yeah. Leftovers are great, but you don't want to have the last barbecue coating your next barbecue. So make sure you do start with a clean barbecue.
And oil your meat before you put it on. In fact, in other words, don't oil the barbecue
Well, you
itself.
don't need to oil the barbecue. You don't need to... that's not what you're actually cooking. Just oil the meat that you're cooking. Just a little light coating of oil on the meat or the vegetables. Maybe a little drizzle drizzle of olive oil. And I had a great tip from one of Melbourne's best ever steak cookers, Vlado Gregorek of Vlado's Steak Restaurant. And he told me a great tip, which is if you do want to oil the barbecue, you could have a little bit of lard that you keep in the freezer and just give it a loving rub over the grill before you turn it on.
Bit of lard.
Yes.
Rub
bit of
your
lard in your
lovingly.
life. Yeah. Now it makes me think about lard rubbed lettuce would even be good.
Ooh,
Yeah,
now I like the way you're speaking. Lots of
Okay.
people, lots of our viewers having views this morning. Wendy reckons fruit should not be cooked unless it's in a pie.
Okay.
Andrew's taking me to task because I said it was a new fad. Someone earlier said it's not a new fad, it's been around for ages. But Andrew says, like most fads, it's silly. He's clearly in the...
Okay.
He's a sausage and steak kind of guy.
He needs convincing too.
Yep.
Although Alison says, I like barbecuing peaches, figs, pineapple. It's all delicious. Pineapple's pretty popular.
Pineapple's good, and I think we've got that pineapple on pizza concept, so we're not totally terrified of hot pineapple. But again, with any of these fruits, I would be, it's a brief grill, and you want those char marks, and yet you want to get it off before it goes mushy.
Can I just get your view? Do you reckon the barbecuing with a hood is better than barbecuing open air?
It depends what you're doing. So I think we do have all that heat of the barbecue, and we can trap it with putting the hood down, use it more like an oven. So I think if we want to cook things more evenly, more gently, then yes, get the lid down. And the other thing is, if you do get a little bit of lamb fat dripping onto the coals and a bit of a whoosh, close the lid. The oxygen is removed from that atmosphere and the flames will go out. So you don't need to stand there flapping, blowing, pouring water over your delicious food. Just close the lid.
Sure.
Always love chatting to you, Dani. I look forward to your next summer instalment of cooking. And I have to say, this banana is a bit on the mushy side.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Good luck with the rest of that banana there, Michael.
Doesn't smell so good, I have to say, Michael, actually.
Just a bit too ripe.
Yeah, thanks very much for bringing that in.
Nice work, Dani. Thank you.
Thanks, Dani.
You can take it with you if you want.